Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're gonna discuss whether or not you should go after Zapdos in Pokémon Unite. As always, be sure to leave a like before you go in the end, or even consider subscribing to my channel for more Pokémon content. Zapdos is a boss fight that spawns at the final 2 minutes of the game. It spawns once, hits hard, and it's most of the time contested by both teams. When Zapdos is defeated, the team gets points that can be scored instantly for the following 30 seconds. Also, because we're in the final 2 minutes, those points are doubled, so now you can see why Zapdos is a game changer. Despite having such a huge impact on the game, I still believe that Ganeto is far more important. You can check the video up on your right showcasing the most important tip and objective of Pokémon Unite. First, let's talk about how we get to Zapdos. In the first minutes of the game, your aim is to farm, push for early points and hunt Rotom and Ganeto. In mid-game, most Pokémon have reached the Unite move level, so the huge team fights tend to happen. So far everything is normal and the game unfolds as intended. However, things change at the 8th minute. There you have to decide how to approach Zapdos. Basically, the thought behind this is, are you losing? Do Zapdos. Are you up in the lead? Don't do Zapdos. But I do not trust the voice actor shouting, "You're really struggling" or "You have a huge lead." Even though the basic thought is what we just said, you shouldn't rush into Zapdos or completely ignore it. First, you have to decide if you are winning or not. You can tell by looking at the total amount of bases left. If you have 4 bases up and your opponents have less, then you obviously are winning. That doesn't mean the match is over yet, since the other team can acquire Zapdos and can make the comeback. In a situation like this, you should expect your enemies to move into the central area. And here is when you make your move. Gather near Zapdos and wait for them. There are 3 ways to predict when the opposing team is coming. Wait for them in a bush. That way you can get the element of surprise. By defeating fast 1 or 2 enemies, you immediately get the upper hand by outnumbering them. Another way is to gather up in your jungle area and just watch if the Zapdos' HP is dropping. That way you can rush in with your team and finish off the enemies inside that Zapdos area. They will be hurt and perhaps have some skills on cooldown, making it easier for you to finish them off. Finally, if you know they are coming from their base, wait for them in their jungle. Most people do not expect that, but it's highly unlikely to happen since you are most probably in solo queue. You can expect strategies like the final one to work mostly in well-organized teams. If you are on the losing side of this, then you should force a team fight and finish off Zapdos. But how do you do that effectively? With the final 2-minute mark and the spawn of Zapdos, your team must already be in place and all together. 2 minutes is too much time to make the comeback. Try in the first minute to take down at least 2 enemies. The element of surprise can work. Watch if someone is left behind in a lane or even if someone is overpushing. Perhaps now it's the perfect timing for you to punish that specific person. If after that 1 minute no opponent faints, then you have to rush into Zapdos. Keep your Unite moves, your damaging abilities and focus on Zapdos. The enemy team is coming for sure. Try going for the last hit and dash, run, or even use your eject button for scoring. Just ignore team fights. Scoring is all that matters now. We saw how to deal with Zapdos from both a losing and a winning perspective. What if it's a close battle though? Both teams have equal amount of bases left and even the voice person shouts, "It's a close battle!" Then you should not do the Zapdos unless the other team tries to. Stay in a bush and act like you're defending Zapdos. If the enemy team goes in, then you should rush in with your team as well. However, if they know what they're doing, they will either force a team fight if they have better initiators or just mimic your moves by defending their position. Okay, Ganeto, now what? Are we just supposed to stare at each other? No, my fellow trainer. Then one of your teammates must go ahead and try to score a nice chunk of double points. That way your opponents will either go back to defender base, leaving you with the upper hand over Zapdos, or take advantage of them outnumbering you and try to take Zapdos on their own. Both ways are equally good for you because you can either break their defense or your teammate can double score and then join for the fight of Zapdos. Okay, we covered all the possible scenarios of Zapdos, but we never talked about how to get prepared. I have only one single tip for you on that matter. Keep your Unite moves. Personally, I never use my Unite move after 3:30 remaining on the clock. I always keep it for the Zapdos fight. Unite moves hit hard, make you tanky and sometimes give you immunity. Definitely worth keeping for the end game. Now, what if someone from the team refuses to cooperate? You are surely familiar with that term if you are a solo queue grinder. Let's hypothetically say you are winning the game and your team waits for your opponents in a bush near Zapdos. In this scenario, someone, for whatever reason they have in mind, decides to go for Zapdos despite the fact that the entire enemy team is alive and well. My advice to you is this: if you are a damage dealer, you should follow your comrade. I know it's not the best advice, but you honestly can't do anything else if someone is brain dead. As always, keep your Unite move and hope for the best. On the other hand, if you are a Pokemon with crowd control, like a defender or an all-arounder, then ignore Zapdos and wait for your opponents to join the fight. Push them back, stun them, slow them, do whatever you can to stall them in stealing that Zapdos. Finally, I want to talk a bit about what you can do mid-game in order to have a better and safer Zapdos approach in the end game. You should try not to feed at all. Stop dying, simple as that. It might be a novice advice, but it's super important. By feeding, you give away free XP and space to your enemies. This means more farm, more XP, more points, and all that will be less for you, expanding even more that gap. So, is that score bunny destroying you as a war turtle? Then consider going back to base more often. Stay in your base to heal and don't do stupid trades without contesting something. Also, mini bosses are always the key to victory. Rotom will help you get the advantage on your lane, and Dreadnought is super important since it will give your entire team shields and EXP to overcome your opponents. The higher the level of the Pokemon, the more damage will be dealt and more defensive stats will have. It always feels nice when you make the final Zapdos battle and your team is at level 15 while the opposing is only at 12. Makes it much easier and Zapdos is not the one that won you that game. Thank you for watching, trainers. I hope you learned something out of this video, and if you really did, be sure to leave a like or even consider subscribing to the channel for more. See you all into the next one. Take care, trainers!